Hello everyone, this is the car, this is the track, and let's hop into qualifying. On our first lap, it's alright, we're going to go ahead and get kind of wide on that first right-hander going down this. Kind of long left-hander, brake a little bit. Kind of get a bad turn in, little bit of understeer, we're going to head wide, and boom, off track on our first lap. Pretty early into that, so we're just going to go ahead and blank out. On to the next one. We're going to get a much better run going into that first right-hander coming down onto this double left-hander, kind of long left-hander. We're going to get a much better run out of there. Going to go ahead and eat some of that curb. You kind of want to take it a little wide, but not too much. Keep it in fifth gear here. A little out wide as I'd like. I use that little puddle on the left-hand side as my braking point. We're going to get a nice, decent exit out of there. Coming on hard, coming around the corner, coming down the straight. This is kind of where I lose most of my time. This is double chicane up here, the chicane right here. So I'm gonna brake kind of late coming in there, down to second gear, flying a little bit off the throttle, back on it. We cut the corner a little bit there. Don't know how we didn't get an off track. We're gonna keep surviving, keep moving on. But coming on to this double right-hander, we're just going to lose control, come over the edge, and that's going to be it for our qualifying. If we take another look at this, it looks like we just bounced off that curb and just lost control. So that's going to be it for our qualifying run. So hopping straight into the race, we're starting very last P21. We're going to get a good start, jumping all past these cars. Great start off the line. That's one of my best that I've gotten in a long time. We're going to go ahead and jump into, I think we're 16th or 17th right here. That car is going to go wide a little bit. I'm going to take that position. I think that's going to put us into 16th at the moment. Coming around this corner, or sorry, 11th at the moment. Coming around in P11 right now, just about half a second behind Isla. P10 right now. They're going to go a little wide, so I'm going to catch up on them. As you can see, we're all coming around, all kind of close, all grouped together, coming around the hairpin. Coming down the straight, I get a much better run than car number one, so we're just going to take that inside line, squeeze ourselves through there. Coming down the straight, I think she backed out a little bit there, Isla, but coming down the straight, we're going to gain a ton of time. It looks like people are braking late. Brakes are locking up. This car is going to bump in front of us. We're going to try to go to the inside, end up tapping them. Thank God we get out of the way, drop a gear and go. But if we take a look at that again, it looks like car number 21 just braked too late, which bumped in to the car behind them, number 4, which we just hit their back right tire, and then that's just going to be it. But we're just going to keep moving on, trying to stay with the pack, stay with that car number 8, or P8 right in front of us, sorry. We got car number, or P10 right behind us, about a 10 down the straight. I'm thinking this race is too good. And what do you know? Car smacks in front. I try to cut out of the way both ways. Hit my back rim. Couldn't get out of the way in time. Cars are going to be flying by me. That's 2 places. Another car is going to go by. Another 2 more cars. 3 more cars. Car number 3 tried to take the outside line, but that's not going to work. But if we take a look back, it looks like this car just lost control coming out. Narrowly missing that car. They're going to bounce across the track. This car is going to just absolutely destroy them. I'm going to try to cut out of the way. It's not going to work. I'm going to end up flying off track. But if we move on to lap number 2, car number 7 is going to go out wide. So we're just going to move up right into P12 right there, taking one of the positions of all those positions that I just lost back. We're coming up here. We're going to gain a lot of time on this Dufflin Mifflin car, who we're going to have a little bit with a battle here in a second, as you guys will see. But coming on this straight, we're about half a second behind them currently. Nothing too major going on in this race right now, just trying to stay consistent and stay up with them. But we're going to gain a lot of time coming up on this chicane. They're going to get a bad exit, so I'm going to try to send it out wide and it's gonna work. We're gonna get out wide, just barely getting out wide. But if we take a look, the Dufflin car, Dunder Mifflin car, if you know what you're talking about, you know what you're talking about. But we're getting on the outside there, just narrowly making it. I think he might have backed out just a tad, but we're gonna keep moving on. So moving forward to lap number 10, we're up in the P8 right now. I think there was a crash. I kind of messed up some of the editing around this area, so kind of forgot what happened, but we're going to be trying to gain this car in front. I see they're off track, so I'm going to try and push it, and we're just going to spin off, unfortunately. I tried to spin it back around, but we were too late. We were already in the grass. So we got that car gained ahead, and we got two more cars passing us, unfortunately. So if you saw, it looks like I just tried to hit the gas, oversteered just too much, and then yeah, so we're gonna lose about 4 positions right there in total, unfortunately. But coming back on the next lap, lap number 11, we actually gain on the two cars, P9 and 8, right in front of us. So we're gonna be sticking on them, just waiting for them to battle that out and wait for us to make our move. Coming down, P9's gonna take a peek up the inside. We're gonna get a little blinking here. And I'm like, all right, well, P19, he's going to lock his brakes. He's going to send it totally off the track. So now it's just me and P number 8, or P8 right now. So we're just racing, us and William, coming down about half a second behind him. And now this, I want to stay behind him for a couple laps. I believe we're going to peek up the inside, lock our brakes up just a tad there. Lose a couple tenths right there, but we're going to be able to stick on him. Nothing worried about it. Blinking some more. I'm not sure what was going on with my Wi-Fi here, but skipping on to lap number 14, we're still about half a second, 3/10 behind them right now. So we're just waiting to make our move right here, and we're going to get a little better of a run coming out of here. And coming up, we're just going, trying to get on him. He's going to brake, and we're just going to take a trip, take a deep breath. Yeah. So if we take a look what happened, he was braking in the non-braking zone where he should be accelerating, so that's just going to cause us to spin out. So we're going to get a penalty. Car's going to pass, get the penalty. Another car is going to pass. So that's 2 positions lost and a penalty. So, yeah, coming on to the final lap, P12 right now. Nothing too major. We're kind of just going to send it out wide on that first right-hander. Not what we want to do. Just trying to keep that gap behind us. The car behind us is about 4 seconds behind us, and we're about 8 seconds behind the car in front. Not sure how, but we're going to get a slowdown here, so I'm going to serve that really quick. I think it was about like half a second of a slowdown. So we're going to serve that really quick, keep going on. Nothing too major about this lap, I was just trying to keep up, keep the pace, but this race, obviously did not go as planned at all. You see, coming out a little bit, losing fishtailing on that hairpin right there, but this race did just not go as planned as all. So hopefully, I'm just hoping, right now I'm just thinking hopefully next race is going to be a lot better. I don't think it's going to, but at this point I'm just like, I got to run another race just to see if I do any better. But yeah, so we're just going to be coming around this last little bit right here, this double right-hander. Nothing too major, just playing it safe, making sure I get around the finish line. Running it a tad wide. It's okay if you can touch the grass a little bit there, but it's going to be nothing too major on this first race for today. Just P12 coming across the line. Not really what I wanted to see, but we kind of got a bad look on the first 2 laps, and then obviously when that guy brake checked us, I think. But coming to look at the results, we didn't do too bad. I mean, we did lose 0.23 safety rating, but only -4 I rating. So hopping into race number 2, we are starting P21 again. Fucked up both of our qualifying, so Yeah, straight to the race. We're gonna get a great start, just like last race. Sorry, we're gonna be coming down the straight, absolutely just passing cars. And this car on the left right here, I think that's car number 9, right to our side. But we're gonna be in P16 right here. That car number 14 is gonna pass us. Yeah, car number 9. We're gonna be side by side through this long left-hander right here. We're just gonna keep with it with each other. Now I'm just gonna get a great exit, passing both car number 9 and the car in front, car number 1. We're just going to get a great run on both of them coming into this long double-hander. If we look back a couple cars, car number 3 just going to absolutely send it out to the outside. I thought we are going to be done for. No. He just smacks car number 1, the car behind us, absolutely just murdering them off the track. I saw this in my rear view, and I was like, holy crap, I thought I was done for. I didn't even see him coming down the way. I just saw him hit the car behind me, and I thought I was cooked. But yeah, so that's going to put us in a P14, about half a second behind the group in front. I think this car might have gotten a terrible exit or a slowdown, but he's just going to back out, let me by. So we're going to jump up into P13, coming down, brakes are locking up. We're going to get a terrible run through the chicane, but we're going to be able to keep up with it, coming down. Still about half a second behind the group in front. Um, I don't know. This was a much better start to my race, and as you know, last race, this is where unfortunately we died. But coming through here and being a little more careful, looks like cars are being a little more safe. Getting a much better run up on this car in front. But if you take a look, coming around the last corner, we caught up a little bit. Got a better run. Coming out of the last corner, coming up on P12, we're going to give them a little bit of a bump. Coming up on lap 2, we're going to back out coming into this first corner just to play it safe. We don't want to die. We just want to keep up. We're about a second behind. We're going to go ahead and give them another bump, just to let them know that we're here. We're here to play. When he gives us that opportunity, we're going to pass, but we're going to get a lot better run coming out of that corner. Really close. Thought I could get it, but we're not going to get it, so I'm just going to fall right back behind him. But coming into this corner, he's going to absolutely send it, head out wide. That car, purple car in front, is just
Bora lá,
going to
Caio.
send it,
Desacelera
smack the
não,
car in front,
desacelera
and
não.
yeah, you can hear what the guy was saying. I forgot to mute the mic. My angle, I just did not. That was just, kind of just the luck of the draw right here. But a couple cars ahead, it looks like car number 4 is just going to absolutely send it, cut the corner, or sorry, car number 6, cut the corner on that last part of the chicane, come out, and looks like car number 4 is going to barely tap him, and they're going to spin out. But coming through, I saw him just absolutely cut the second half of that chicane. I'm like, well, he's going to have to slow down. Looks like he started to slow down pretty well using that way to spin out. But we're about a second behind P8 and P7 right now. We're going to gain a ton of time coming into this double right-hander, holding 4th gear, about 3/10 behind them. And it's going to stay like this for a couple laps. So I'm kind of just following them, making sure I stay with them. I'm staying with the group, waiting for an opportunity to move. As you can see us flying by there, but looks like moving on to lap number 3 later in the lap, we're going to still be about half a second behind them, gaining still a ton of time, getting really close to P7 right there, getting a good run out, coming down, getting the slipstream. We're going to peek up the inside, but we're just going to back out, kind of give them that notice that we're here and that we're here to stay. Getting a little bit of wheel spin, so we kind of unfortunately lost a little bit of tenths right there, probably about 1/10 or about 4/10 behind the car in front. We're coming in, we're going to be sticking on them. We don't want to lose them, trying to get these 2 positions. Hopefully these guys can battle and bring it up, but they're going to break really, really late. I'm going to get really up close. P number 7 is just going to absolutely spin out. We're not even going to worry about him. Our eyes are straight on the car in front. P6, trying to gain time on him. And so we're just going to keep behind him, about half a second behind him as well. Looks like he might have gotten a bad run out of that last corner too. But skipping ahead a little bit, he's just going to wipe out coming onto the last corner. I messed up some of the editing here, so he's going to wipe out a couple cars ahead. Two. So this is how I got up into sixth place, I believe. This car is just gonna same thing, just send it down the corner. One car is gonna pass. He's gonna go back, almost nearly hitting that car. That car is gonna pass. That car is gonna pass, and then here I come back up the hill. So and then we're gonna pass him. So yeah, moving on to lap number 9, we were able to catch up to P4. So that put us into 5th place. So we're catching up. We're on P4's butt right now, about 1/10 behind them. Kind of just waiting for them to make a mistake. Kind of a bad exit, bad corner. We're gonna lose about 2/10 there, coming up on them. But that slipstream's gonna be nice. So we're gonna back out just a little bit, get a nice great exit, and I'm like, well, gotta send it up the inside. So we're just gonna send it up the inside. Taki's car is gonna back out, thankfully. Not gonna have too big of a battle there. Coming around, kind of kiss the curb a little bit. He's gonna stay on us. He's not giving up. Coming into this left turn and then into the hairpin, he's gonna stay right on us. Coming in probably 10th behind us. Absolutely get right up on our tail, coming around the hairpin, but we're just going to get a much better exit and just absolutely leave him and the car behind in the dust, fortunately. Yeah, so coming on to the final lap, we are P4th. We're kind of just hoping for a miracle right now. We're about 3 seconds behind. I can see P3 was out in the grass, coming down on them, trying to get on him. I thought he's going to be all right, but here he comes, coming around the corner, and he's just going to wipe out. P3 is just going to spin out. Second, what is that? Third corner, third turn on the track, they're just going to spin out. So we're just going to have a smooth rest of our lap, thankfully. Coming across the line. Absolutely just great race. P3, baby. So that's probably one of my best races, I'd say, I've had in a long time. So I'm really happy about that one. We're going to gain a lot of iRating, but taking a look at the results, looks like we got a 0.08 safety rating, 78 iRating. So if you guys enjoyed, please subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.